Hey folks, Chris here in central Pennsylvania. Just back from running around, taking care of a number of things, and I was absolutely smacked down, inundated with messages in WhatsApp alone. I haven't even got to my emails in my accounts about claims that are in Telegram group from Amerikaners about processing refugees. Okay, I'm not in a position at the moment to confirm or deny that. What I can say is the following. It's 6 p.m. here, and there's no one for me to talk to in the U.S. government. There's also no one for me to talk to in South Africa at this hour because it's midnight. What I can tell you after looking around today is the following, is what I've said previously. When the question of CWS and their subsidiary RSC, based in Kenya, started coming up a short time back, a couple weeks ago now, when they started sending messages out to people without the government bothering to tell anybody that this was happening and then creating a great deal of mistrust because of the opaque conduct of my government, I had to research this and look into it. And I was able to confirm that, in fact, it was legitimate. It's for real. And unfortunately, this company, this Church World Services, doesn't have the courtesy to respond to media requests. Shame on them. And therefore, I'm going to do an expose on them because of their conduct. You know, when the media asks you a question, you have an obligation to answer them. At least tell us you have nothing to disclose. Anyway, that's legitimate. But what I said is that the State Department will, from time to time, use contractors. I used to be a GTO, Government Technical, GTM, excuse me, Technical Monitor. Anyway, GTM, Government Technical Monitor. I oversaw the application, the instantiation of contracts while in Africa. I was a State Department contracting official from that standpoint, Government Technical Monitor. So I know how these things work, and more than one vendor can satisfy a contract. And so whatever the State Department's doing, I can neither confirm or deny it right now, but what I can tell you is that it's not beyond the realm of possibility that multiple vendors are being employed or shall be employed to pick up the slack because the State Department simply doesn't have the labor, doesn't have the manpower to take on this mission of dealing with these refugees in South Africa. There are so many tens of thousands, if not 100,000 plus statements of interest out there that have to be addressed, not to mention the backlog of people who sent in the PRM email back between the 10th of February and the 12th of May. So there's a lot of people out there. So I can either confirm or deny the Amerikaners are doing this, but what I can say is that if they're offering themselves up as a vendor to the State Department, that's not beyond the realm of possibility. And my government's forcing my hand. They really are forcing my hand on this. They've been so opaque with this. I've been polite contacting their public affairs in Washington, and they ignored me. They're going to force my hand. I'm going to have to do a Freedom of Information Act and piss them off because it takes a lot of time to answer a FOIA. And nobody likes them. Trust me, I had to deal with them a lot when I worked in D.C. So either start answering questions and stop being opaque or get ready for the blitz of Freedom of Information requests because you owe this to the public to know what's going on. I hope that helps. Cheers.